The good news, if you're one of those enthusiasts who still wants a body-on-frame mid-size SUV, Toyota is still making the 4Runner. They have been since 1984. The bad news, this is the only game in town. And I gotta tell you, might be time for a unibody change for the 4Runner. For 30 years, Toyota has been making the 4Runner, and this thing has been more than capable, and it's still capable. The problem is that 99% of the people buying these are driving them on the roads, and as a road warrior, it's just not that good. So we're going to go through that. But first, let's talk a little bit about the styling. Toyota's never been a car company that I would say has had great design, but this new 4Runner, it's really got some questionable design cues. You see these brackets, these bulging headlights, kind of looks like that, you know, that Predator character. I don't know what's going on here. The Limited looks a lot better. It's split up a little bit better, but the Trail and SR5, they kind of suffer from this design flaw. Overall, this is actually a 7-passenger vehicle, but don't count on putting any adults in the third row. Make no mistake about it, the 4Runner is a truck. Everything about it is truck-like. It's made for towing, it's made for going off-road. It has a lot of low-end torque, which is good, but it's not good on the highways. It can get a little loud, and it feels like it's just kind of running out of steam, which is what we experience today. You get about 270 horsepower out of this V6. You know, those original 4Runners back in the mid-80s, they came with a 4-cylinder engine. Not a lot of power, but they were a lot of fun because they were so light. This thing just feels heavy. The steering feels heavy. Everything about it just feels like it's time for a change. No matter what you're buying today, everybody asks me, Ron, what kind of fuel economy does it get? 18 city, 23 highway for a combined 20 miles to the gallon. That's not bad for a vehicle that, in my opinion, is really behind the times. If they had a better transmission, 7-speed, for example, maybe you'd get more like 25. The interior of the 4Runner is very basic. I'm not going to use that word premium because it's certainly not premium. There are a lot of disjointed design elements, for example. None of the plastics seem to match. A lot of, we counted at least 4 different materials or textures in the vehicle, and that's kind of a design no-no. But this car is what it is. It's the last of a dying breed. It's the last mid-sized SUV, and for that I commend Toyota for still making this truck. Sure, it understeers. The transmission is not up to date. A lot of the technology in this vehicle is not up to date, but who cares? If you're in the market for a mid-size SUV, this is the only game in town. So, like it or not, this is your only option. Today we're driving the mid-level SR5. You also have a base or entry-level Trail package, and then you also have the top-of-the-line Limited. As far as road tests, we had the pleasure today of not only driving this on-road, but doing some rather challenging off-road, as you can see, and it was a lot of fun, and it was very capable. Certainly from an off-roader's perspective, if you need that body on frame, at least you think you need that body on frame, this really is the only choice, and so how can I not recommend it? But as far as an on-road vehicle, certainly some of the other vehicles in the segment, like the Jeep Grand Cherokee, Ford Explorer, for example, they just seem to do a little bit better. They're lighter, they're quieter, and they get better fuel economy. So there you have it, the refreshed, all-new 2014 Toyota 4Runner. Again, if you're looking for a body-on-frame, you got my full recommendation. But I'm going to put it in with the rest of the segment and giving it a rating of about 82, which isn't the highest by far, certainly not the lowest. It's right in the middle. Again, you got those compromises for having some older technology, but it is a Toyota and it is a 4Runner.